Hi ladies and gents, Pond here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. Thank you so much for your previous likes, comments and subscriptions to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, why not click on that button and ring the bell so you can get notifications whenever I'm dropping videos on the channel. And now onto the topic of this video. We are on to our 4th season of Eden for those of us in State 55 or in the brackets 41 to 56. So we are on the Eden map for this season, and a topic that's come up a lot in the last 7 days since we've started our Eden seasons. For I know we now even states into the 100s are doing their first Eden season in S4 Rising as well. So a common topic that people ask me about that I haven't covered is actually how can you join a guild and what are the kind of barriers to joining whatever guild you want. So when you join, when you land on a map, hopefully you would have joined an alliance from your own state within the previous 7 days, and you're going to land in the same section of the map as they are. So you can see on this shot of the map that there are actually, we have landed in this north section here, and there are multiple outer sections on the map. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different sectors on the map. Now, you are going to land, whenever you start a new season of Eden, you are going to land in one of these 8 sectors when you get on the map. On that first day, when we go to Reign of Chaos, and if we go to the season option, you're going to see the guild option here. So on your very first day, you're going to be able to join a guild. Most usual scenarios are that you're going to join a guild with most of the players from your alliance. Maybe for those of you that have already been playing Eden in previous seasons, you've already joined an alliance from another state, so you're with them. You can't join a cross-state alliance anymore, unfortunately, so that does limit you in terms of where you land on day 1. So this could be a more common situation going forward, that people are landing on the map away from where they want to actually be. Now, you'll get a list of guilds that you can join on day 1, and actually all of the guilds on that list will be the guilds that have been set up in your own zone, own sector. So for instance, let me just bring up, so on the map here you can see that I am actually in this sector here, the yellow sector, as I've outlined in the map. So when I landed in this area on last Monday, I was able to join any guild that was in this sector, in this zone. So that was my options. Now, that is usually in 90% of the cases going to be fine, because you will be in the same zone as everyone else from your alliance, as I say, as long as you've been there for 7 days. So that's fine. But what if, say, you're a player in this purple zone down here, and you want to join an alliance that is actually in the yellow zone? Well, the only way to do it is that if you're a purple player wanting to join yellow, then the players from the yellow, from the guild in the yellow sector would have to make their way across to this purple sector, and they would have to take any of the towns in the sector. Once they've taken a town, then they become visible to all, that guild will become visible to all of the players in the sector, and any of them could join. So that is how it works. So vice versa, if you were a yellow player wanting to join a guild that was set up, originated from the purple zone guild would have to make their way across to the yellow zone, take a town in the yellow zone, then they would be visible to that player who had originally started in the yellow zone. So that is how it kind of works in terms of guild visibility, how you can join different guilds. There are a lot of barriers to, now if you're in a season and you're thinking about trying to either merge 2 guilds together, or like get all the players from one guild to join another, your location on the map is going to be a big factor in your decisions, in your strategy for the season. The reason for that is, even though here it doesn't look that far, trying to get from the yellow zone to the purple zone or vice versa is actually very difficult. It's going to take significant amounts of gates, probably 6 or 7 gates, maybe even more, to get through these zones in the middle. If you were going to go straight through there, you can't get into these inner zones until later in the season. even switching between these outer zones, you have there's an 8-day wait. So from tomorrow, the gates lining the outer zones will be active so that we can move between the different zones. And even then, you would have to make your way across. In this instance, for instance, you'd have to make your way across this zone and this zone to get to the purple zone. Now, obviously, the prohibitive factor there is that there are going to be guilds in these zones that are taking gates there. They're going to be in control of that zone. They're going to be in high numbers in that zone because that's their original zone. Are they going to want you and your guild, or you as an individual, tiling across their territory? In most cases, probably not. So that is where you're going to have a kind of a big barrier to joining. And if I were, when we join maps, I think really you have to kind of look at your options in terms of allies. You have to kind of look on your side of the map. I think when you kind of look at having to cross several zones to join up with another set of players in a different guild, it's going to be really prohibitive, guys. So that is how the mechanics of joining guilds work, and that is kind of a little bit of info on the strategy from my point of view, what we've done. Like I say, it is going to be very difficult if for instance, if we were yellow here and we were trying to get all the way down into this zone, that's pretty much going to be impossible on 90% of the maps. You might end up on a farm map. There are sometimes weak maps where there aren't a lot of high level guilds formed on there, and if you're in one of the top 3 guilds or top 2 guilds on the map, then you might have a bit more flexibility and power to do what you want. But for 90% of the players on that map, it's highly likely that you're going to have limited options in that regard. So you're going to have to think about your strategy there, guys, when you're landing on these maps. So there we go. That is everything on joining a guild in Eden, the various scenarios you might face or look at during a season. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, then please do click on that like. And if you have any further comments or questions about joining guilds or merging guilds in Eden, then please do pop them in the comment section below. And if you could please share my channel and this video in your alliance chat, province chat, and through Line, WhatsApp, Viber, Discord. And for those of you that are playing Eden, maybe even through your guild and province chats on there too, that would be very much appreciated. That's everything for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.